Let's begin by offering our respects to ISKCON founder Acharya and our preeminent Shiksha Guru, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Om Ajnana-Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swa Padantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha. He Krishna, Karuna Sindhu, Dina Bandhu, Jagatpate, Gopesha, Gopika Kanta, Radha Kanta, Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, Vrishabhano Sute Devi, Pranamami Haripriye. Vancha Kalpataru Vyascha, Kripa Sindhu Vya Evacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Okay, we welcome all of you to our online Krishna book classes. Thank you very much for joining. We have with us here Aja, Divina, Dipti, then we have Kamala Nandini Mataji, then we have Anjali, Karuna, Makarena, Manju Nihalani, Meenakshi, N.C. Venkatchari. We have Auntie Neeta, we have Priyanka Jha, my parents are there, my husband is there. Then we have Ritu Lalwani, Shailesh Latkar, Shreya Kalaria, Swapna Latkar, Upasna, and we have Vivansh. Okay. So what did we see so far in the Govardhan Leela? How many chapters? connected to Govardhan Leela we have seen so far in the Krishna book?
This should be the third, I think.
Okay. Actually, there are 4 chapters dedicated to this Leela, starting from when Nanda Maharaj and the Vrindavan residents wanted to worship Indra. So if you calculate from that chapter, totally there are 4 chapters dedicated to Govardhan Leela. And today we will be seeing the last chapter connected to this particular Leela from the Krishna book by the mercy of Sri Guru and Sri Krishna. So what we have seen so far, we saw how Indra, because of his false pride, because of his arrogance, because of his envy, he threatened the lives of the innocent residents of Vrindavan. No, but finally his arrogance was curbed by Krishna. Krishna curbed the arrogance of Indra, as because he was thinking he's the lord of the 3 worlds. No, he thinks that he's Tri Lokesha. It is described in the Shastras, and therefore Krishna curbed that pride of Indra. Krishna didn't want to destroy Indra; he wanted to destroy the pride of Indra. And Kavi Karnapur, he explains in his Ananda Vrindavan Champu that those 7 days when Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill to protect the residents of Vrindavan and to crush the pride of Indra, those 7 days, they appeared like 7 millenniums of intense pain for Indra. 1 millennium is 1 day in the life of Brahma. So it was like 7 millenniums of intense pain for Indra. But on the other side, for the Vrajavasis, it was 7 joy-filled hours. No, it passed very soon for the Vrajavasis, and it was like 7 joyful hours for the Vrajavasis. So what does that indicate? It indicates that even though our external situations or from the external angle of vision, things may be tough for us, but if we are aligned with Krishna, if we are connected with Krishna, then even anything that may externally seem to cause extreme pain, it will be only joyful for the devotees. So that is the advantage of being always connected with Krishna, because Krishna always protects his devotees. And then when the rain stopped, then all the Vrindavan residents, they walked out from the hill, and Krishna set down the hill exactly how it was in its previous location. He just tossed it off his hand very, very effortlessly, and he placed it how it was originally placed. And then Indra went to his house. He started thinking about his own miserable situation. He did not go to his court where all the demigods are residing. He just went to his house and he was thinking about his miserable condition. And then the news reached the ears of the guru of the demigods. So the priest of the demigods or the guru of the demigods is Brihaspati. So when Brihaspati heard about what has just happened, then he went and he met Indra in private. And Brihaspati tells Indra that you have become insane. He tells him you have become insane, you have become like a dead person. Why does he say that you have become like a dead person? Is because Krishna is a Paramatma. And as long as the soul, along with the Paramatma, is there in the body of a person, the person is alive. So who rejects the Paramatma? One cannot exist without the Paramatma in the heart of each one of us. No? So who can reject the Paramatma? Who can reject the super soul? So once the Atma and the Paramatma leave the body, then that body is a dead body. So because Indra has rejected the Paramatma, Brihaspati is saying that you have become like a dead person. He tells him that you have 1000 eyes, and still with all those 1000 eyes, you are not able to see things as they are. No? So he severely chastises Indra. And then Indra is feeling apologetic. He's feeling embarrassed. He's ashamed of himself. He's nervous about his future. So he's requesting Brihaspati that I was not thinking and I have committed such foolish acts. Now, please kindly please direct me and on how can I rectify the situation? What can I do now? What should I do now? What should be my next step? So then Brihaspati tells him that you have to go and meet Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma can advise you as to what you have to do now. So Indra then he goes to meet Brahma. Actually, he wants to meet Krishna and he wants to beg for forgiveness for his offenses. But he first, because Brihaspati advises him to go to Lord Brahma, he first goes to Lord Brahma. And then Lord Brahma also tells him that you take the Surabhi cow with you. Surabhi cow is the mother of all the cows. She's a wish-fulfilling cow. And is described that there is a material planet called Goloka in the material world where all the cows are residing. So Lord Brahma tells him, you go to this material Goloka planet and you go and meet Surabhi and you request Surabhi to accompany you to go and meet Krishna. Why? Because cows are very, very dear to Krishna. And because if Surabhi is with you, then because Krishna loves the cows very much, because of Surabhi's presence, because of Surabhi's petition, Krishna will forgive you. So this is the same thing that we say. That's why we accept a bona fide spiritual master. We may have so many millions and trillions of faults. In Kali Yuga, especially, it's very difficult to qualify oneself to go back home, back to God, to qualify to go back to the spiritual world 100%. But because we are going through the agency of the bona fide spiritual master, because the Guru is a pure devotee, on the petition of the Guru, then Krishna will allow you to enter the spiritual world, because the devotees are very dear to Krishna. So we may lack qualification, but the Guru will get us in, get us through. So like this, then the Surabhi cow and Lord Indra, they both go to Lord Krishna and they ask, then Lord Indra offers prayers. And this is what we are going to see in today's chapter. Lord Brahma also chastises Indra. He tells him that you have committed a very, very grave offense. He tells him that you have committed an intolerably poisonous sin. No, this is what Brahma tells Indra. This is what you have done, an intolerably poisonous sin. And Brahma says that even I am not able to cleanse you of this grave sin. So you have to go to Krishna with Surabhi and you request Krishna to pardon you. Okay. So chapter number 27 of Krishna book is titled Prayers by Indra, the King of Heaven. Oh, I have to share my screen 1 second. So I'm not able to talk continuously, so I request Swapna, are you there? Can you read, please?
Yes.
Okay. So chapter 27 of the Krishna book is titled Prayers by Indra, the King of Heaven. Let's read.
When Krishna saved the inhabitants of Vrindavan from the wrath of Indra by lifting Govardhan hill, a Surbi cow from Golok Vrindavan, as well as the king Indra from the heavenly planets, appeared before him. Indra, the king of heaven, was conscious of his offense before Krishna. Therefore, he stealthily appeared before him in a secluded place. He immediately fell down at the lotus feet of Krishna, although his own crown was dazzling like the sunshine. Indra knew about the exalted position of Krishna because Krishna is the master of Indra. But he could not believe that Krishna could come down and live in Vrindavan among the cowherd men. When Krishna defied the authority of Indra, Indra became angry because he thought that he was all in all within this universe and that no one was as powerful as he. But after this incident, his false, puffed up prestige was destroyed. Being conscious of his subordinate position, he appeared before Krishna with folded hands and began to offer prayers, the following prayers. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So it is described how after this incident, Krishna, he's strolling along the base of Govardhan Hill, and he's all alone. No, he sends off his friends, his Gopa friends, on different errands. And that day Baladev was not there. So Krishna is sitting there at the base of Govardhan, and he's purposely created this situation. He's purposely there in a solitary place because he does not want to embarrass Indra even further. He does not want to humiliate Lord Indra. So therefore, Krishna has provided that atmosphere of a solitary meeting for Indra. And then the Surabhi cow also accompanies Indra, and they both approach Krishna and they speak very affectionately. Indra, he wipes the tears from his 1,000 eyes. He offered pranams, he offers obeisances, he goes flat on the ground, and he's lying on the ground for a long period of time. And then he stands up, he folds his hands, he bows his head, he's looking at the toenails of Krishna, and he offers prayers to Krishna. Let's continue. You're on mute, Swapna.
Sorry. My dear Lord, Indra said, being puffed up by my false prestige, I thought that you had offended me by not allowing the cowherd men to perform the Indra Yagna. And I thought you wanted to enjoy the offerings that were arranged for the sacrifice. I thought that in the name of Govardhana's sacrifice, you were taking my share of profit, and therefore I mistook your position. Now, by your grace, I can understand that you are the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, and you are transcendental to all material qualities. Your transcendental position is Vishuddha Sattva, which is above the platform of the material mode of goodness, and your transcendental abode is beyond the disturbance of the material qualities. Your name, fame, form, qualities, paraphernalia, and pastimes are all beyond this material nature, and they are never disturbed by the three material modes. Your abode is accessible only for one who undergoes severe austerities and penances and becomes completely freed from the onslaught of material qualities like passion and ignorance. If someone thinks that when you enter within this material world, you accept the modes of material nature, he is mistaken. The waves of material qualities are never able to touch you, and you certainly do not accept them when you are present within this world. Your lordship is never conditioned by the laws of material nature.
So see, very, very important point here. Krishna is Vishuddha Sattva, which means he's beyond the three modes of material nature. He's beyond the mode of ignorance, beyond the mode of passion, beyond the mode of goodness. He is in the transcendental mode. Even when Krishna comes to the material world, one must not think that he has a material body. Even when he is in the material world, still he is completely spiritual. Not only is Krishna spiritual, his name, fame, form, qualities, paraphernalia, pastimes, everything is still completely spiritual. He does not have a material body. Yeah. So the rules and regulations of material world do not apply to Krishna. He does not have to follow the rules and regulations of this material world. What we do normally is we bring the lords at our level and we judge them by our standards. So why didn't Krishna marry Srimati Radharani? Why is he dancing with the gopis? Why is he behaving in such a way? Why did Lord Ram kill Vali from behind the tree? No, why did Lord Ram abandon Sita? So what we do is we bring the lords at our level and we judge them by our material standards. But we must always remember that the Lord is completely spiritual. The rules and regulations of this material world do not apply to them. They don't have to follow any of these rules and regulations. They are completely transcendental, Vishuddha Sattva. They are beyond the modes of material nature. Yeah, Shailesh, you have your hand raised?
Yeah, what he has written, Indra says, I thought that in the name of Govardhan sacrifice, you were taking my share of profit.
Yeah,
What
because
does that
when
mean?
the Brahmanas, when they make offerings in the yagya, then that who's the beneficiary, whatever is being offered in the yagya, actually the ultimate beneficiary is Lord Krishna, and Indra gets his share of those offerings. So that's why Indra is saying that you are taking my share. Indra is saying that it is all for me. That's his mistake. So the share of the profit is what is being offered in the fire, the grains, the ghee, and whatever is being offered in the yagya. He's talking about that as his share of profit.
Specifically, saying he could have said my share of the offerings, but he's saying my share of profit.
Because he's thinking
So
from the
that's why
material
I'm
angle of vision. He's seeing that
okay.
as profit. Okay. Let's continue.
My dear Lord, you are the original father of this cosmic manifestation. You are the supreme spiritual master of this cosmic world, and you are the original proprietor of everything. As eternal time, you are competent to chastise offenders. Within this material world, There are many fools like me who consider themselves to be the Supreme Lord or the all in all within the universe. You are so merciful that without accepting their offenses, you devise means so that their false prestige is subdued and they can know that you and no one else are the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
So Indra is saying that you are the original father of this cosmic manifestation. What name of Krishna means that he is the father of the universe?
Jagannath.
Jagannath, Lord of the universe. Father of the universe
Okay.
is?
Jagadishwar.
Jagadishwar again is Lord of the universe. Ishwar, Jagat Ishwar. This is Father of the universe. What is father in
Jagat
Sanskrit?
Pita.
Jagat Pita. Yes, very nice. Thank you. Then, what name of Krishna means that he is the spiritual master of this cosmic world, or he is a spiritual master of the universe, or he is the guru of the universe?
Jagat Guru.
Jagat Guru.
Jagat Guru. Yes, very nice. Then, what name of Krishna means he is the original proprietor of everything? This is a little tough.
Adi Purusham.
Adi Purusha means he is the original personality of God. This is original proprietor of everything. Adishwar. Adishwar means he is the proprietor of everything. Okay. Or even Lokanath. Lokanath means he is the supreme controller. Or Lokapati. Lokapati means he is the proprietor of all the planets.
What is the difference between Bhagavate and Loknath? Or is the same
Bhagavate?
thing?
Did I say Bhagavate?
So, no. I'm just saying that Supreme Personality of Godhood is the same as. That's the word for Supreme Personality of Godhead in Sanskrit, if I'm not wrong.
Bhagavan. Bhagavan means supreme personality of Godhead. Okay. And Bhagavan is that person who is full in all the opulences in unlimited quantity. That is a definite. Bhagavan means God, the supreme personality of God. And these are other words which have meanings talking about the qualities of that Bhagavan. Okay. What name of Krishna means that he is eternal time? Eternal time. Kal. Okay, Kal. In the Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna showed the universal form to Arjuna, that time Arjuna was so bewildered when he saw that universal form, because everywhere he was seeing, he was only seeing the universal form. He was not able to see the sky at all. So that time he asked, Arjuna tells him, who are you and what is your mission? So that time Krishna says, I am Kal, I am time. And my mission is to destroy, he says, no? Kal. So this name Kal means that Krishna is eternal time. So what does Krishna do? Krishna does not like to see pride in his devotees. He does not want to see pride in his devotees. So therefore, Krishna, out of his own mercy, he devises means so that the false prestige of his devotees is subdued. No? So sometimes, even if we go off track, then Krishna knows how to bring you back on track. And that is Krishna's mercy. Let's read.
My dear Lord, you are the Supreme Father, the Supreme Spiritual Master, and the Supreme King. Therefore, you have the right to chastise all living entities whenever there is any discrepancy in their behavior. The Father, the Spiritual Master, and the Supreme Executive Officer of the state are always well-wishers of their sons, their students, and their citizens respectively. As such, the well-wishers have the right to chastise their dependents. By your own desire, you appear auspiciously on the earth, and in your eternal varieties of form, you come to glorify the earthly planet and specifically to chastise persons who are falsely claiming to be God. In the material world, there is a regular competition between different types of living entities to become supreme leaders of society, and after being frustrated in achieving the supreme positions of leaderships, foolish persons claim to be God, the Supreme Personality. There are many such foolish personalities in this world. like me. But in due course of time, when they come to their senses, they surrender unto you and again engage themselves properly by rendering service unto you. And that is the purpose of your chastising persons envious of you.
So whenever there is a discrepancy in the behavior of the living entities, then Krishna has a right to chastise all living entities. So just as how the father is always a well-wisher of his sons, the spiritual master is always a well-wisher of his disciples, and the supreme executive officer of the state is always or supposed to be the well-wisher of the citizen. The same way, Krishna is the well-wisher. He is the ever well-wisher of all the living entities. So he has a right to chastise so that we can come back on track. We can come back on track. See here what Indra is saying. In the material world, there is a regular competition between different types of living entities to become supreme leaders of the society. So nobody likes to be a servant. If you say I'm a servant, then that word is not very nicely looked upon by the people in general. No, nobody likes to be the servant. We want to be the masters. Everybody wants to become the boss. Everybody wants to be the one in control. Everybody wants to be the leader. No, but what is our eternal eternal constitutional position? What is it? Our constitutional position is that we are eternally a servant of Krishna, and that position is far better than being the greatest country. Being the leader of the greatest country on the planet also. To be an eternal servant of Krishna, that is what we are. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is described, Jivera Swarupa Hai, Krishnera Nitya Dasa. So what is the Jivera Swarupa means? The Swarupa, the constitutional position of the Jiva is Krishnera Nitya Dasa. You are eternally the servant of Krishna. This is the constitutional position of every living entity. So when we try to become leaders, when we try to become masters, then we are defeated in our efforts. Because ultimately we all have to serve. Doesn't matter whether one is a president of the country or one is working odd jobs, or one is engaging in some labor work. Everybody is serving somebody else. No, husband is serving the wife, wife is serving the husband, the president is serving the citizens of the country. Everybody is rendering services. No, everybody is a servant. Everybody is serving. So nobody can become a master. So when one tries to become a master, then the efforts are frustrated, and then eventually one surrenders to Krishna and then engage in the service to Krishna. Let's continue.
My dear Lord, I committed a great offense unto your lotus feet, being falsely proud of my material opulences, not knowing your unlimited power. Therefore, my Lord, kindly excuse me, because I am fool number one. Kindly give me your blessings so that I may not act so foolishly again. If you think, my Lord, that the offense is very great and cannot be excused, then I appeal to you that I am your eternal servant. You appear in this world to give protection to your eternal servants and to destroy the demons who maintain great military strength, just to burden the very existence of earth. As I am your eternal servant, kindly excuse me.
So Lord Indra has come to the realization that he is the eternal servant of Krishna. Let's continue.
My dear Lord, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, because you are the Supreme Person and the Supreme Soul. You are the son of Vasudeva, and you are the Supreme Lord, Kṛṣṇa, the master of all pure devotees. Please accept my prostrated obeisances. You are the personification of supreme knowledge. You can appear anywhere according to your desire and in any one of your eternal forms. You are the root of all creation and the supreme soul of all living entities. Due to my gross ignorance, I created a great disturbance in Vrindavan by sending torrents of rain and a heavy hailstorm. I acted out of severe anger caused by your stopping the sacrifice, which was to be held to satisfy me. But my dear Lord, you are so kind to me that you have bestowed your mercy upon me by destroying all my false pride. I therefore take shelter of your lotus feet. My dear Lord, you are not only the supreme controller, but also the spiritual master of all living entities.
So what name of Krishna means that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead?
Bhagavan.
Bhagavan,
Bhagwan.
yes, Bhagavan. Very nice. One more name is there. It starts with an I.
Ishwar.
Ishwar, yes, Ishwar. Very nice. What name of Krishna means that he is the supreme person?
Paramatma,
Supreme person.
Param Purush,
Purushottam.
Purush,
Purushottam. And supreme soul?
Paramatma.
Paramatma.
Paramatma, yes. He is the son of Vasudev. Therefore, he is called as
Vasudev.
Vasudev. Very nice. Okay. Let's continue.
Thus praised by Indra, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, smiled beautifully and then replied in a grave voice like a rumbling cloud. My dear Indra, I stopped your sacrifice just to show you my causeless mercy and to remind you that I am your eternal master. I am the master not only of you, but of all the other demigods as well. You should always remember that all your material opulences are due to my mercy. No living entity can independently become opulent. One must be favored by my mercy. Everyone should always remember that I am the Supreme Lord. I can show anyone my favor and I can chastise anyone because no one is superior to me. If I find someone overpowered by false pride, in order to show him my causeless mercy, I withdraw all his opulences.
So Krishna is saying, no one is superior to me. Krishna himself is saying this. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter, Krishna says, Aham sarvasva prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate. Which means I am the source of all the spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita chapter 10.8. So no one is above Krishna. Nobody is equal to Krishna. And see here what Krishna is saying. No living entity can independently become opulent. One must be favored by my mercy. So whatever opulence we have, whatever talent we may have, whatever ability we may have, it all comes because of the mercy of Krishna. We must remember that at all times. One may be very beautiful, one may be very talented, one may be an expert dancer, singer, one may be very expert at cooking, or one may be very good at administration. Whatever talent one has, or whatever wealth or beauty or fame or strength one may have, it is only because of the mercy of Krishna. One must never think that I worked hard so I deserve it, no, or because I was very talented, therefore I won the competition. No, everything comes because of the mercy of Krishna. Nobody can say that I am a self-made man. No, everything comes because of Krishna's mercy. And we have to remember that at all times. I think he says here also somewhere, no? You should, says, I'm sorry. He says, yeah, you should always remember that all your material opulences are due to my mercy. So this applies to us. We should always remember that whatever we have, is because of the mercy of Krishna. And if we can always remember that and not get carried away by any kind of opulence, if we always remember that, then that is really the mercy of Krishna. We should never forget this. Let's continue.
It is noteworthy that Krishna sometimes removes all of a rich man's opulences in order to facilitate his becoming a soul surrendered to him. This is a special favor of the Lord's. Sometimes it is seen that a person is very opulent materially, but due to his devotional service to the Lord, he may be reduced to poverty. One should not think, however, that because he worshipped the Supreme Lord, he became poverty-stricken. The real purport is that when a person is a pure devotee, but at the same time, by miscalculation, wants to lord it over material nature, the Lord shows his special mercy by taking away all material opulences until at last he surrenders unto the Supreme Lord.
So what name of Krishna means he takes away? He takes away. What name of Krishna means he takes away?
Hari.
Hari, yes, Hari. Hari means he takes away. What does he take away? He takes away anything that is coming in the way of our spiritual well-being. So if somebody is rich, and that opulence is coming in the way of him rendering devotional service, then Krishna will take away that opulence also. And that is Krishna's special mercy. That is Krishna's special mercy. If one has opulence, but that opulence is not coming in the way of one's spiritual well-being, if one is not getting carried away, it's not going to one's head, then Krishna will not take it away. But if it is coming in the way of our bhakti, then Krishna will take it away out of his special mercy. Therefore, Krishna's name is Hari, he who takes away anything that is inauspicious for our spiritual well-being. Let's continue.
After instructing Indra, the Lord Krishna asked him to return to his kingdom in the heavenly planets and to remember always that he is never the supreme, but is always subordinate to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He also advised him to remain as king of heaven, but to be careful of false pride.
Let's continue.
After this, the transcendental Surabhi cow, who had come with Indra to see Krishna, offered her respectful obeisances unto him and worshipped him. The Surabhi offered her prayers as follows. My dear Lord Krishna, you are the most powerful of all mystic yogis because you are the soul of the complete universe, and only from you has all this cosmic manifestation taken place. Therefore, although Indra tried his best to kill my descendant cows in Vrindavan, they remained under your shelter, and you have protected them so well. We do not know anyone else as a supreme, nor do we go to any other god or demigods for protection. Therefore, you are our Indra. You are the supreme father of the whole cosmic manifestation, and you are the protector and elevator of all the cows, brahmanas, demigods, and others who are pure devotees of your lordship. O supersoul of the universe, let us bathe you with our milk, for you are our Indra. O Lord, you appear just to diminish the burden of impure activities on earth.
So now the Surabhi cow is offering prayers to Krishna. So remember, this Surabhi cow, Indra has brought her from the material Goloka planet, and she's saying she's a mother of all the cows. So she's saying that Indra tried his best to kill my descendant cows in Vrindavan. Actually, the cows of Vrindavan are coming directly from the spiritual world. But out of affection, Surabhi cow is saying that these cows of Vrindavan are my descendants. So even Surabhi cow is actually not very happy that Indra tried to kill all these cows in Vrindavan. And now she is offering prayers, and now she is saying that we want to bathe you with our milk. Let's continue.
Then the Surabhi cow bathed Krishna with her milk, and Indra bathed him with the water of celestial Ganges through the trunk of his carrier elephant. After this, the Surabhi cows and all the demigods and their mothers joined the heavenly king Indra in worshipping Lord Krishna by bathing him with Ganges water and the milk of Surabhis. Thus, Govinda, Lord Krishna, was pleased with all of them.
So now Krishna has been bathed with the cow, or with the milk of the Surabhi cow. And also the Devatas and the mothers of the Devatas, they have also bathed Lord Krishna. And Airavat, the elephant of King Indra, he raises his trunk and he brings the Ganges from the heavenly planetary systems in a golden pot, it is described. And he brings it down, and then Krishna is bathed with the water of the Ganges. So like this, they have performed an elaborate worship of Krishna right there on the spot. Yeah, Shailesh, you have your hand raised?
The Survi cow is known for a special property. We believe that the Survi cow is literally contains all the gods. So what does the scriptures say about that?
Yeah, it's true that all the Devatas, they reside in the body of the cows. Not only Surabhi cow, but all the Devatas reside in the body of the cows. That is correct. Does it
But
answer your question?
especially in Survi cow.
Yeah, Surabhi cow is because she is the mother of all the cows. So therefore, she is the mother of all the cows. She is representing all the cows. So she's the mother of all the cows. Okay, Shreya?
So where is this material ego look? Is it in Heavens, where Indra resides, or
I didn't understand. Can you be a little louder, please?
so where is this material Goloka? You said, right? That Surabhi cow is in material Goloka.
Yeah. Where in the material world, description is not there, but the acharyas explain that there is a material Goloka where Surabhi resides with the different cows.
Oh,
Exact, but it is in the material world. It's material Goloka it is described.
okay.
Yeah, it is described by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his commentary,
Mm.
Saratha Darshini.
Okay. Mhm.
Let's read.
The residents of all higher planetary systems, such as Gandharva Loka, Vidyadhara Loka, Siddha Loka, and Charana Loka, all combined and glorified the Lord by chanting his holy name as their wives and damsels danced with great joy. This very much satisfied the Lord by incessantly pouring flowers from the sky. When everything was very nicely and joyfully settled, the cows overflooded the surface of the earth with their milk. The water of the rivers began to flow with various tasty liquids and gave nourishment to the trees, producing fruits and flowers of different colors and tastes. The trees began to pour drops of honey. The hills and the mountains began to produce potent medicinal plants and valuable stones. Because of Krishna's presence, all these things happened very nicely, and the lower animals who were generally envious of one another were envious no longer.
So even the residents of the higher planetary systems, they have all joined in the worship of Lord Shri Krishna. They're all glorifying Krishna. They're showering flowers from the sky. The rivers are. So you see, when Krishna is present, everything is very, very happy. Everything is very peaceful. Everything is very, very joyous. Now, doesn't mean that Krishna, this can only happen when Krishna is personally present. It can also happen when you are connected to Krishna. When a devotee is connected to Krishna, then one can feel this kind of pleasure, this kind of joy. Because remember, Krishna is right in your heart. He's residing there right in your heart as a Paramatma. So when we align ourselves with Krishna, then everything can be very, very peaceful and very, very happy and very, very joyful. Let's continue.
After satisfying Krishna, who was the lord of all the cows in Vrindavan and who was known as Govinda, King Indra took his permission to return to his heavenly kingdom. As he passed through cosmic space, he was surrounded by all kinds of demigods. This great incident is a powerful example of how Krishna consciousness can benefit the world. Even the lower animals forget their envious nature and become elevated to the qualities of the demigods. Thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purport of the 27th chapter of Kṛṣṇa, prayers by Indra, the king of heaven.
So it is described that after this incident only, Krishna was anointed as the king of the cows, Govinda. No, of course, Govinda is the name that Krishna eternally has. One who gives pleasure to the cows, one who gives pleasure to the land, one who gives pleasure to the senses. But after this particular incident here in the material world, he was anointed as Govinda, as the king of the cows, as the well-wisher of the cows. It is described that Indra, after he performed the Abhishek of Krishna, then the demigods headed by Brahma and Shiva, they also bathed Krishna and they all performed an elaborate Aarti ceremony for Krishna with ghee, with lamps, with chamaras, with incense sticks and all kinds of paraphernalia. And then Lord Brahma crowned Krishna as Govinda, the Lord of the cows. And Srila Jiva Goswami, he writes in his commentary that because all the devatas reside within the body of the cow, when the devatas appointed Krishna as the king of the cows, automatically they were also crowning him as the king of the devatas, as the king of the demigods. So Jiva Goswami says this in his commentary. And then the devatas, they all leave for their abode along with Indra, all the demigods, they all go back to their abode after performing this grand Aarti ceremony. All the devatas, they give different gifts also to Krishna. He receives different gifts from the different devatas. Now, after everybody has gone back, remember the cowherd boys, Krishna had sent them on different errands. Now they come back, they return. And after the cowherd boys, they return, they see all this paraphernalia for puja that was used, no, these ghee lamps, the fragrant incense sticks, the corn shells, there is an umbrella, there are golden trays, There is white chamara whisks and beautiful peacock fans and all are there. So when these boys, they come back, they see all this paraphernalia for puja lying over there. And then they also spontaneously, out of spontaneous love, out of spontaneous affection, they began to worship Krishna with all that paraphernalia, and they are singing songs to glorify Krishna's wonderful activities. And then the devatas, they from a distance, they hear how these cowherd boys are performing this arti and how they are glorifying Krishna. And then they are feeling ashamed, and they are amazed at how much of spontaneous love these cowherd boys have for Krishna. And then they are feeling ashamed at their own efforts of worshipping Krishna. Then after all this happens, after the cowherd boys, they worship Krishna. Now the cowherd men, the adults of Vrindavan, they see all this paraphernalia and they ask, what is going on? Where did all these paraphernalia for puja come from? No, Nanda Maharaj is inquiring, where did all these utensils come from? So the cowherd boys are replying that they left this place to round up with the cows. They had gone on different tasks, but when they arrived back, all this puja paraphernalia had appeared there somehow, the boys are saying. And one boy there, one Gopa friend of Krishna, says that he saw that there was one pure white cow who arrived there with a man who had thousands of eyes all over his body, who is of course Lord Indra. And then he says that this person who had 1,000 eyes all over his body, he paid obeisances to Krishna. There was a large white elephant who arrived there, who poured water on Krishna, which is of course Airavat, the elephant of King Indra. And then he says that many others also came forward and they all bathed Krishna. Then he says a man with 4 heads came. Who was that? Lord Brahma. And then he says that there was another personality with 5 heads who came, who was none other than Lord Shiva. And they also began to worship Krishna with all that paraphernalia. And after they did the puja, then they all left. So this is the information that they are giving to Nanda Maharaj. Now Nanda Maharaj and all the cowherd men, they are amazed. They are completely amazed. They are standing there completely amazed. And then there is a voice in the sky that says that, "Oh Nanda, just as how we the demigods have crowned your son Krishna as the king of the cows, as Govinda, now you should also crown him as the king of Raja." So after hearing that voice, then the cowherd men also, they worship Krishna with that puja paraphernalia, and they crown him as the king of Vrindavan. So this is how the story goes. See, the main focus, what is the main thing that we need to see in this pastime is the power of asking for forgiveness. When we perform mistakes, when we perform sinful activities, we may commit so many sinful activities knowingly, unknowingly. But when we ask for forgiveness, then Krishna is so merciful that he forgives. No, of course, the repentance should be genuine. We should be genuinely sorry, not that externally we are asking for forgiveness and then again we go back and purposely perform sinful activities and then we ask for forgiveness and again purposely. It's then if we do that purposely, then it becomes like the bathing of an elephant. What does an elephant do? An elephant enters into the river, bathes itself, cleans itself. As soon as it comes out, again it takes the mud on the banks of the river and again it puts all the mud all over its body. So what is the use of having that bath in the fresh river water? No. So we should not be like that. We should not commit sinful activities and again do it purposely over and over again. Of course, unknowingly, every day we are performing so many sinful activities. But it's good if we can ask for forgiveness from the Lord on a regular basis for the sins that we commit knowingly and unknowingly. That is the main message that one can draw from this thing. It symbolizes the power of forgiveness. Krishna is always ready to forgive us for our mistakes if we sincerely repent. So in our in ISKCON, every pujari, after they do the puja, after they worship their lordships, then they recite these prayers to ask for offenses that one may have committed during the worshipping of the Lord. So we can also recite these prayers on a regular basis, and some devotees, they recite these prayers every day before they go to bed. No, because during the day one may have committed so many sins knowingly, unknowingly. So it's a good prayer that we can offer to the Lord before we go to bed or after we perform any kind of devotional service. And so I will read the Sanskrit, and Swapna, you can please help me with the translation. Mantrahinam kriyahinam bhaktihinam janardana yat pujitam maya deva paripurnam tad astu me.
O my Lord, O Janardana, whatever little puja or worship that has been performed by me, although it is without devotion, without proper mantras, and without proper performance, please let that become complete.
So if we are engaging in some activities, mantrahinam, we are not reciting the mantras properly. Kriyahinam, we are doing it without proper performance. Bhaktihinam, we are performing it without devotion, without any bhakti. Oh Janardana, oh Lord Krishna, then please let that become complete. Paripurnam, let it be purna, let it be complete. Next. Yat datam bhakti matrena patram pushpam phalam jalam aveditam nivedyan tu tat grihananu kampaya.
Whatever has been offered with devotion, the leaf, the flower, the water, the fruit, the food offering, please accept it out of your causeless mercy.
Vidihinam mantrahinam yat kinchit upapaditam kriya mantra vihinam va tat sarvam shantum arhasi.
Whatever has happened without the proper chanting of the mantra or without following the proper procedure, kindly forgive all that.
So vidihinam, without the proper vidhi, mantrahinam, without the proper mantra, kriya mantra vihinam, without the proper procedure. Again, we are telling Krishna, please forgive all that. Ajnanat athava jnanat ashubham yad maya kritam shantum arhasi tat sarvam dasye naiva grihana mam.
Whatever inauspicious things that I have done out of ignorance or unknowingly, please forgive that and accept me as your insignificant servant.
Sthiti seva gatir yatra smritish chinta stutir vachaha bhuyat sarvatmana vishno madhyam tvayi cheshitam.
Let my normal condition be service. Let my movement be holy pilgrimage. Let my thought be remembrance of you. Let my words be glorification of you. O Vishnu, let my activities with my whole mind, body, and soul be engaged in you.
Aprada sahasrani kriyante ahar nisham maya dasho ham iti mam matva shamasya madhusudana.
Thousands of offenses are performed by me day and night, but thinking of me as your servant, kindly forgive those, O Madhusudana.
So see, aprada sahasrani, thousands of offenses we are performing day and night, knowingly, unknowingly, we are performing thousands of offenses. So therefore we ask for forgiveness. Pratigya tava govinda name bhakta pranashyati iti samsritya pranan sandharayamyaham.
O Govinda, your promise is that your devotee will never perish. But remembering this over and over again, I'm able to retain my life heirs.
So these are the prayers that if you like, you can, I would recommend that you use these prayers as a part of your regular sadhana, and you can ask for forgiveness from Krishna. Very, very powerful, potent prayers. So if you go to Vrindavan, you can visit this place called Indra Kunda. This Kunda close to Govardhan Hill was made when Indra fell at the feet of Krishna. Tears flowed from his eyes and bathed the feet of Krishna. This water formed this Kunda. So the tears of Lord Indra has formed this Indra Kunda. If you go to Vrindavan, in the Govardhan area, you can find this Indra Kunda. There is also this place there in the Govardhan area in Vrindavan called as the Govinda Kunda. Let me see here. See here, the importance of the Govinda Kunda is given. Can you read, Swapna?
In the Bhakti Ratnakara, fifth wave, the following statement is found. Govinda Kunda is exalted for its many spiritual activities. It was here that Indra, defeated by Lord Govinda, offered prayers to him and bathed him. In the book Stavavali, Braja Vilasa Tattva 74, the following verse is found. With humility caused by great fear, Indra took hold of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, and in the company of a Survi cow, performed his coronation festival by bathing him with the waters of the heavenly Ganges river. Thus, Lord Krishna's kingship over the cows became splendidly manifest. I pray that Govinda Kunda, the lake created by that ceremonial path, may eternally appear before my eyes. Also in the Mathura Khanda, it is stated, simply by bathing in Govinda Kunda, one is awarded liberation. This lake was produced when Bhagwan Sri Krishna was bathed by Lord Indra.
So this is another place that you can. Where did I go? My screen I have lost. Yeah. Yeah, so when you go to the Govardhan area in Vrindavan Dham, then you can also visit Govinda Kunda. Govinda Kunda is made by the bathing of Krishna. So there you can also see the Bhajan Kutir of Srila Madhavendra Puri. The story goes, see, Madhavendra Puri is the spiritual master of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted Ishvara Puri as his spiritual master, and Ishvara Puri was a disciple of Sri Madhavendra Puri. So there in this Govardhan area, you can see the Bhajan Kutir of Madhavendra Puri, even today if you go there. So what the story goes that Madhavendra Puri, he came to Vraja and he stayed at this particular place on the banks of Govinda Kunda. So remember, Krishna Leela happened 5,000 years ago and Chaitanya Leela is 500 years ago. So Govinda Kunda was already existing. So he came here, Madhavendra Puri came here and he resided on the banks of Govinda Kunda, and every day he would engage in his sadhana, in his bhajan, he would engage over there. And very regularly he would perform the parikrama of the Govardhan hill. And Madhavendra Puri was so renounced that he would not even go and beg. See, people who are renounced, they don't work, right? They're not allowed to work and get a salary. So they maintain themselves by whatever they get by begging. They are renunciants. But Madhavendra Puri was so renounced that he would not even go and beg. If something came on its own accord to him, then he would accept it. If nothing came, then he would just fast. He would just fast that day. He was so renounced. So one day while he was sitting on the bank of the Govinda Kunda and he was engaged in his bhajan, a very beautiful young cowherd boy came there and he offered Madhavendra Puri a pot of milk. Who do you think is this beautiful cowherd boy?
Krishna.
Kṛṣṇa, no? Yes, Kṛṣṇa, because Kṛṣṇa always takes care of his devotees. So Kṛṣṇa personally comes there and gives him a pot of milk and he tells him, of course, he doesn't come there as Kṛṣṇa. And Madhavendra Puri asks him that, who are you? And he says that I have come from a neighboring village and from the other village ladies, I heard that you are here. So therefore I came to bring some, I came here to give you some milk, no? And then he tells him that you drink the milk, you keep the pot, later I'll come back and get the pot from you. So then Madhavendra Puri receives it, but then the boy does not, later he does not come to take the pot. But Madhavendra Puri realizes that this person was actually Kṛṣṇa, because when he drank that milk, that he felt so much ecstasy, he immediately realized that, oh, that person who came and gave me this milk was actually Kṛṣṇa. No? And then that night, Madhavendra Puri, he had a dream. In his dream, the Lord appeared to him in the dream and he tells him that in that dream, he saw that he sees the Lord in the very same form as that boy who had come to give him the milk. No, and in the dream, he takes his hand. He takes the hand of Madhavendra Puri and he leads him to a particular spot next to Govardhan Hill. And then the boy tells Madhavendra Puri that in this place I have been buried for many, many years, and I'm going through heat. Scorching heat is there. Sometimes there is pouring rain, there is wind, there is cold, and therefore I'm suffering very much. I'm requesting you to please dig me out from this particular place and you build a nice temple for me at Govardhan Hill. So then the boy says that my name is Gopal, no, and he has been here for very, very long time, and he's been waiting for Madhavendra Puri to come there so that Madhavendra Puri can rescue him. So all this happened in the dream of Madhavendra Puri. So when Madhavendra Puri, he wakes up early morning the next day, he realizes that, oh, what has just happened? And then he realizes that that person who came in the dream was none other than Kṛṣṇa. And immediately he goes to the spot where which was indicated to him in the dream, and then with the help of some villagers, they dig up the area and they get the deity of Gopal. No, so then Madhavendra Puri, he engages a grand ceremony, to install this deity of Gopal. A lot of elaborate articles are offered to the Lord. The Lord was bathed in a very, very elaborate ceremony, a very, very grand ceremony, and a temple was established in that Govardhan area. That is called as Gopal Mandir. Gopal Mandir. But now this particular deity is not there in Vrindavan. This original Gopal deity, which was found by Madhavendra Puri, is currently there in Rajasthan, and he is known as Nath Dwar. Nath Dwar, you may have heard of that deity. Now this particular deity is there in Rajasthan, because when India was attacked by the Muslim invaders, then they destroyed many temples, and many of these deities were destroyed and taken away, or they just took them away. So many of these deities were moved from their original locations, to protect them from being destroyed by the invaders. Therefore, at that time, this particular murti was shifted to Rajasthan. So if you go there, you can see this place called Gopal Prakatasthali. Madhavendra Puri found the deity of Gopal at this place while staying at Govindakunda about 500 years ago. So this is another place that you may want to visit if you visit Vrindavan. So here it is. Gopal deity is now worshipped at Srinathji and is worshipped at Nath Dwar in Rajasthan. So this is that particular deity which was found by Madhavendra Puri. Now he is in Rajasthan, and this place is there in Govardhan area. And you can also see the Bhajan Kutir of Srila Madhavendra Puri in that place in Govardhan. Very, very powerful place to visit. Then there is a place in that Govardhan area called as a Chakra Tirtha. It is described that when Krishna lifted the Govardhan hill, the Sudarshan Chakra also appeared above the hill and was creating so much intense heat that the water was being evaporated as soon as it was touching the ground. Let's read this, Swapna.
Chakra Tirtha. When Krishna was holding Govardhan hill and protecting the Vrajvasis from the torrents of rain sent by Indra, there was a huge deluge of water on the hill, about to create floods that would drown everyone. So Krishna released this Sudarshan Chakra, stayed over the hill for 7 days, and produced intense heat, evaporating large quantities of rainwater and averting a flood. Sudarshan Chakra requested Krishna a place to stay in Vraja, and the Lord told him to stay, which became Chakra Tirtha.
So this Chakratirth temple also is there. You can visit it when you go to Govardhan. In that Chakratirth area, there is also a temple of Lord Shiva called Chakleshwar Mahadev. Let's read.
On the northern bank of Manasi Ganga is a group of 5 Shivalingas that are famous by the name Chakaleshwara Mahadeva.
Chakleshwar Mahadev.
Chakleshwar Mahadeva. These 5 Shivalingas are considered to be Lord Shiva's 5 faces. They protect the area of Govardhan.
See, wherever there is a dham of Lord Vishnu, you will have Lord Shiva as a protector of that dham. Because Lord Krishna is a Lokpal or Dikpal, he is a primary protector of these dhams, of these holy places. So here in this Govardhan area, Lord Shiva is residing as Chakreshwar or Chakleshwar. He is sometimes called as Chakleshwar, and sometimes he is referred to as Chakreshwar Mahadev in Govardhan area. So we discussed previously how he is residing as Gopeshwar Mahadev in Vrindavan, where Lord Shiva is dressed as a gopi. If you may recall, in a previous class, we spoke about that because Lord Shiva wanted to participate in the Rasa dance, the Rasa Leela. And therefore, we will see that now when it's coming up. So therefore, there Lord Shiva is dressed up as a gopi, and therefore he is called as Gopeshwar Mahadev in Vrindavan. So he is there as Gopeshwar Mahadev in Vrindavan. In Mathura, he is residing as Bhuteshwar Mahadev. He is protecting the dham from the western side there. Then here in Govardhan, as we discussed, Chakleshwar or Chakreshwar Mahadev. In Nandagaon, he is residing as Nandeshwar Mahadev. And in Kamyavan, he is residing as Kameshwar Mahadev. So you see, wherever there is a dham of Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, then Lord Shiva will be residing there as the Lokapal or as the protector of that dham.
In Puri also, we have that Loknath temple, which is Shiva temple.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. Every dham, Lord Shiva is there as a protector of the dham. And it's always good to first visit Lord Shiva and take his blessings and seek his permission so that we can see the dham, we can visit the dham with the right mentality, with the right angle of vision. No? Therefore, it's recommended. Okay. Then here in that in this Chakratirth area, you can also see the Bhajan Kutir of Srila Sanatan Goswami. Srila Sanatan Goswami. It is described that he would go around the Govardhan hill every single day. He would do the parikrama, and even though he was extremely old, he would still do it because he didn't want to miss his sadhana. So one day, Krishna he appeared to Sanatan Goswami. And he told him that there is no need for you to do this parikrama every day. But then Sanatan Goswami said that, no, I want to do, I cannot not do my sadhana. No? So that time Krishna gives him a Govardhan Shila, and he tells him that every day you circumambulate this particular Shila, it will be equal to you circumambulating the Govardhan hill. So therefore, he gave him this, and then Sanatan Goswami understood that this is what the Lord requires him to do. This is what the Lord wants him to do. So then after that, he would go around this particular Shila as a part of his daily sadhana. Even today, if you go to the Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan, you can see this particular Shila that was given by Krishna to Sanatan Goswami at the Govardhan. And therefore, devotees, they go around. When they circumambulate this temple, it is considered to have circumambulated Govardhan. Govardhan is some 21 or 23 kilometers. If you go around Govardhan, it takes some 5 hours approximately on foot walking. Of course, if somebody is doing Dandavat Pranam, it will take many weeks. But when you go walking around the hill, it may take some 5 hours. But if you go around this particular temple where this Govardhan Shila is there, then it is considered to have gone to, one has done the parikrama of the entire Govardhan hill. You can see here there are footprints of Lord Krishna are there. You have the footprints of a calf. Also the print of Krishna's stick is there in this Shila. If you request the Pujari, he will even show you the Shila. They have it there in the temple, and you request the Pujari, he will also show it to you. It's in the Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan. It was in this Radha Damodar temple that Srila Prabhupada stayed for years before he went to the West. It was here that he even translated the initial cantos of the Srimad Bhagavatam. And Prabhupada's room also is intact in this Radha Damodar temple. Even today you go there, you can see Prabhupada's room. They have maintained it over there. And you can see this Shila. Then you have Manasi Ganga or Manasi Ganga in this Govardhan area also. Does anybody recall when was this Manasi Ganga created and what's the story behind this? When Krishna killed a calf demon, that time his friends told him that you have committed a great sin by killing a calf because cows should always be protected. So therefore you must go and take a bath in the Ganges to be absolved of the sin of killing the calf. The friends told Krishna. So then Krishna mentally, he brought the Ganges, because in Vrindavan there is no Ganges, we have the Yamuna river, no. So therefore mentally he brings the Ganges in that particular spot, because Krishna does not want to leave Vrindavan. So he brings the Ganges mentally, he mentally invokes. So therefore the Ganges then comes there to Vrindavan, and that is called as the Manasi Ganga. This Manasi Ganga is also located there in the Govardhan area. Yeah, Shreya, you have your hand raised?
Yes, Mataji, wasn't that Govind Kund or something? Because there are Radha Kund and, sorry, Shyam Kund and Radha Kund, right?
Yeah, Shyam Kund, Radha Kund also are there in the Govardhan area, but the story of Shyam Kund, Radha Kund is different. That was when Srimati Radharani tells Krishna that you have committed a sin by killing the cow demon. That was the calf demon, this is a cow demon.
Oh.
So
Okay.
there, that time Radharani tells him that you have committed a great sin, so you have to absolve yourself of sins. So that time he creates the Shyama Kund. and then he invokes all the rivers. Shyamkund is not only Ganges. Shyamkund has all the auspicious rivers across the universes that Krishna invoked there in that Shyamkund.
So that was cow demon.
Cow demon. This is calf demon.
Oh, okay.
So this is the Ganges only. And when one goes for the parikrama, traditionally, the people of Vraj, they start the parikrama by taking a dip in this Manasi Ganga. Then they go around the parikrama and then they come back and they finish their parikrama by again taking a dip in this Manasi Ganga. Traditionally, that's the custom. Some Vaishnavas, they take a dip in Radhakund, Shyamkund. Of course, parikrama, you can start at any point and then you end at the same point where you started. But it's a tradition there for the Rajavasis or some Vaishnavas. They start with Manasi Ganga, end with Manasi Ganga. Some of them start with Radhakund, Shyamkund, and then they end with Radhakund and Shyamkund.
And who was the demon for Manasi Ganga?
The bull demon was Arishtasura, and the calf demon,
Vatsasura, right?
Aristasura was the
Vatsasura.
bull. Aristasura, yeah, Aristasura. The calf demon, I'm not able to recall the name.
Vatsasura.
Vatsasura, yes, Vatsasura, correct. Thank you. Yes, Vatsasura. So Manasi Ganga, Man means mind, and Ganga is of course the Ganges water. So Manasi Ganga is that particular water. And also there is a oh, I don't have it here. So there is also a very interesting story that when Sanatan Goswami, when he was doing his sadhana, when he was doing his bhajan here in the Govardhan area, he was troubled very much by mosquitoes. And he was not able to focus on his sadhana. He was not able to focus on his writing because he was writing many books also, devotional books, devotional literature. And because of mosquitoes, he was not able to write. No, he was not able to focus on his sadhana. So therefore, he was getting ready to leave and go away in some other place to do his sadhana. At that time, Lord Shiva, Chakleshwar Mahadev, he appears there and he tells Sanatan Goswami, why are you leaving? So he says, no, there are too many mosquitoes. I'm not able to focus. So then Lord Shiva tells him that, okay, I promise you, you will not be hassled by mosquitoes. You stay here only. You please don't leave. And from that day onwards, no mosquitoes were troubling Sanatan Goswami. That is also a very, very interesting pastime over here. And the local people will tell you that even today, there are no mosquitoes in that area. There are no mosquitoes in that area. That particular area where Sanatan Goswami used to do his bhajan. So these are the places that you must visit when you go to Vrindavan. On that note, by the mercy of Sri Guru and Sri Krishna, we come to the end of today's presentation. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Do we have any questions or comments?
Yeah,
Can you go one more over the names of, you said Jagatpati and all those names that you mentioned?
Okay, maybe you can see the recording and you can see the names there because there are many names we
Okay.
discussed today. So I recommend you see the recording so that we don't have to go through all over again. Many names were there. I think over a dozen names we discussed. So I would recommend you see the recording. Anything else? There is no exam today. So, but next week onwards, definitely we will have our regular exams. Anything else we need to discuss? Shreya?
Yes, I just wanted to share. I heard in, I think Nitai Sevini Mataji's lecture, she was saying that Chandramauli Swami Maharaj, he went to some kirtan and he appreciated the singer, and he complimented him. The kirtan, yeah, that I don't remember the name of the kirtan, yeah, but he said like, you sing like a Gandharva, and he said like, it's all Krishna's mercy. So he said something very profound, that it's Krishna's mercy that you think your singing is also Krishna's mercy,
Wow.
So I was
Yes.
really, that was stayed in my head, that
So
remembering his mercy is also his mercy.
Yes, yes. That's why Krishna also today said, you have to remember at all times that it is my mercy. Yes, so wonderful. Thank you so much, Shreya.
Maybe after Krishna book class, we can start Vrindavan Parikrama. You can discuss about all the places.
Yes, yes. That's why Vrindavan is called as a sweet dham. Now, every dham has its speciality. Vrindavan is called as a sweet dham. It is so doused with the sweetness. It's completely soaked in the sweetness of Krishna. Vrindavan is like that. Mayapur is called as a mercy dham because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is most merciful. No? So Mayapur is called as the mercy dham. It is described that what benefit you get by doing 30-day parikrama in Vrindavan, you get the same benefit by doing 7-day parikrama in Mayapur because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is even more merciful. So Vrindavan is a sweet dham, Mayapur is the mercy dham, and Jagannath Puri is the opulent dham because there they offer 56 items to the Lord every day. So much of opulence in the deity worship, in the worship of Lord Jagannath. So therefore Jagannath is called as the opulent dham.
Yeah. And also I wanted to tell you about, Lord Srinath Ji, because I was born into like a Pushti Marg, So for us, it's like he is the ultimate deity, So it has a different story in Pushti Marg that, Vallabhacharya, Lord Srinath Ji was waiting for Lord Vallabhacharya to come, and he came out of the Govardhan. So first we just saw the Vrajvasi saw the hand of Lord Srinath Ji, and then I think he appeared only after Vallabhacharya came, and then he continued the services and all that. So yeah, it's like two different stories, but of course both are right. But like for me, it's like Lord Srinath Ji is the deity form of Krishna is like, for me it's Lord Srinath Ji, So I'm very close to it. So recently when I went to India, I visited that. I make sure I visit that like every time I go to India.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it has like a Braj vibe too, like a Vrindavan vibe.
Wow, very nice. So how many times have you visited that deity, Srinath Ji?
So many times, because when I was in India, we used to go like almost like, because Gujarat and Rajasthan is just like next to each other. So I used to go like every year at least, But now
Wow.
whenever I go, I would really want to go there.
Wow, you're truly blessed, Shreya.
Yeah, it's really like, because we cannot take pictures, inside the temple. Like no pictures are allowed and all that. But it's just a magical deity.
Right.
There's so many stories behind it. It has like I think we have the Granth where it says 84 stories by Lord Srinath Ji, and then there's one more which is like 100 plus or something. So it's like how the devotee it's about the devotee and Lord Srinath Ji. So the different devotees, and it's very sweet. Like
The different pastimes of Srinath Ji with his
yeah,
devotees.
different pastimes with Srinath Ji, and how when he was brought from the Vraj to Rajasthan, so in between also there were so many stories which took place. Many kings were there, and it's very, very, very sweet.
Wow, so much nectar. Thank you. Anything else we need to discuss? Okay, then see you all next week. If Krishna so sanctions, till then have a nice weekend. Krishna consciousness. Thank you very much for joining. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Mataji
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, take care of your
Krishna
health.
Mataji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.